Welcome to the last part of our lesson on song approach. Now, we've talked about the first three important areas of the song. Now let's cover the last three. The next area to approach is the song's tempo. That's the speed of the song. Here's what to do. Ask yourself 3 questions when listening to the song. What is the speed of the tempo in the song? Is it a faster up-tempo song, or is it a slower ballad? That will determine the tone you sing it, whether you give it a happy tone or a sad tone or something in between. Also, remember that on the sheet music you will see tempo or speed markings at the beginning of the piece. That will let you know what the tempo of the song is supposed to be. Also, sometimes these markings are written in Italian, but we'll cover these Italian words and their meanings in another lesson. Music either has repeats or it doesn't. It may be one section of the song that repeats, or a few sections. Look for the repeats and take note of where they are so you'll remember, and then you can decide how that part is going to sound each time. All right, last, we've got dynamics. The dynamics of a song are its degree of loudness and softness. There's a couple of things to remember about dynamics in general. The style of music you're singing will determine the dynamics, and you'll be able to anticipate them as you learn them. That only comes from singing a lot of different styles, and you'll pick it up naturally as you get older and more experienced with music. Also, there are those Italian words again. More often than not, dynamics are also written in Italian. There are more than we can get into here, but I'll tell you the basics to get you started. When you see a P, that stands for piano, which means soft. An F stands for forte, which means loud. You may also see MP or MF, and that stands for mezzo piano or mezzo forte, which just means moderately soft or moderately loud. There are a lot more words for song dynamics, but those first few are the most common and should get you started. All right, before we call it a day, let's talk about different genres or styles of music and how to approach them. So, how do you tell the difference between musical styles just by reading sheet music? All music is written pretty much the same way, following the same set of rules. How you perform it, though, will depend on what genre you're singing. Let's run through a few examples of genres you might want to sing, or might find yourself singing during your music career. These are sung exactly the way they're written. Classical and operatic singers memorize everything that the song has to give them. That means the notes, words, markings, everything. Classical singers follow the music exactly the way it's written, never improvising or doing their own thing with it. Singers in musical theater will follow what is on the page, more so for traditional musicals than the more modern ones. Now, in rock-style musicals, the singer may play with the rhythm a bit and the timing and the measures. Now, if they separate their rhythm from the accompaniment or the band playing with them, they'll come back together with them by the end of the song to complete it. Rock, pop, jazz, and R&B have the most room when it comes to playing around and creating your own style and song. You might add notes to the melody, which are called riffs. Riffs are improvisations, or things you make up on the spot on the melody as it's written on the page. A pop singer will riff a lot, and so will an R&B singer. You can be more casual with the way you say things in these kinds of songs. Now, jazz singers, they improvise the most. The whole band may improvise an entire section of a song together during a performance. So, once you've gotten good in all these areas of the song, and once you know what genre you're singing in, you're ready to do what you're meant to do. Actually sing. There's a lot more you can learn about the song, and we will get into that throughout these lessons. But all of these areas we've talked about are where you want to start. Thanks for taking the time to learn with us, and I'll see you next time.